Why Sigma males are the complete opposite of normal. Society thrives on labels. It loves categorizing people into neat little boxes: extrovert or introvert, leader or follower, rule maker or rule breaker. It expects everyone to follow a script, a set path that keeps everything predictable and easy to understand. But then there's the Sigma male, the man who refuses to fit into any category, who walks his own path, who lives by his own rules. He's an enigma, someone who doesn't seek validation, doesn't follow trends, and doesn't care about social hierarchies. And because people can't label him, they don't know how to handle him, and that makes them uncomfortable. Why? Because the world doesn't know what to do with a man who doesn't need approval, doesn't conform, and doesn't play by society's rules. A Sigma male is wired differently. He rejects the traditional measures of success. He doesn't chase clout, he doesn't crave status, and he refuses to bow to expectations designed to keep men in line. That makes him the complete opposite of normal. But let's be real, who actually wants to be normal? Normal is predictable. Normal is controlled. Normal means following trends, seeking approval, and suppressing your true nature just to blend in. A Sigma male, he rejects all of that. And that's exactly why people fear him, misunderstand him, and even try to bring him down. Because deep down, they know the truth. A man who doesn't need approval is a man who can't be controlled. So let's break it down. Here's why Sigma males are the complete opposite of normal and why they wouldn't have it any other way. Number 1. They don't need validation from anyone. Look around, and you'll see a world that's completely addicted to validation. People chase likes, followers, and comments like their self-worth depends on it. They seek approval from friends, family, and even strangers just to feel like they matter. They post their achievements, relationships, and every tiny detail of their lives just to be seen. For most, external validation is everything. But a Sigma male, he couldn't care less. He doesn't post to impress. He doesn't fish for compliments. He doesn't seek recognition, applause, or anyone's approval. And that baffles people. Because in their minds, if you're not actively seeking attention, something must be wrong with you. If you're quiet, distant, or detached from social norms, you must be struggling. You must be lonely. You must secretly wish you were like everyone else. Wrong. A Sigma male isn't withdrawn because he's lost, he's withdrawn because he knows exactly who he is. He doesn't need an audience to validate his choices. He doesn't rely on public opinion to shape his identity. He isn't afraid to stand alone because he understands that true confidence comes from within. And that's where he becomes truly untouchable. Because in a world where people desperately seek approval, a man who doesn't need it is a man who can't be controlled. Number 2. They don't follow the social playbook. From the moment we're born, society hands us a carefully crafted blueprint for how life is supposed to go. Get good grades, go to college, land a respectable job, climb the corporate ladder, get married, have kids, and buy a house, work until retirement. Hope that, in the end, you lived a life that others approve of. For most people, this isn't just a suggestion, it's law. They don't question it, they don't challenge it. They just assume that this is the only way to live. To them, deviating from this path feels reckless, even dangerous. But a Sigma male, he doesn't just reject the rule book, he burns it. For him, success isn't measured by a job title, a mortgage, or the approval of society. It's measured by something far more valuable: personal freedom. He doesn't blindly follow a career path just because it's considered stable. If the corporate world doesn't serve his goals, he walks away. If he sees a better way to build wealth, he pursues it, even if it means skipping college or abandoning the 9-to-5 grind, and that makes people uncomfortable. Because most people need the structure of the traditional path. They need to believe that there's only one way to win in life, otherwise, they'd have to admit that they've wasted years chasing something they never truly wanted. But the Sigma male is living proof that the traditional script isn't the only way. He's the man who builds his own empire from scratch. The man who walks away from shallow relationships and meaningless social games. The man who chooses self-mastery over external validation. People call him rebellious. They call him unrealistic. Some even call him insane. But deep down, they envy him. Because while they're stuck living a life that feels more like a prison sentence, The Sigma male is out there writing his own story without permission, without limitations, and without fear. Number 3. They value solitude more than attention. In a world obsessed with attention, where social media platforms breed a constant thirst for validation through likes, comments, and shares, the Sigma male remains an enigma. While others scramble to fill their lives with noise, whether through social events, endless chatter, or a pursuit of admiration, the Sigma male steps back, savoring silence and solitude. He doesn't seek the limelight or bask in the admiration of others. In fact, he thrives in the shadows, away from the pressures of societal expectations. While the average person can't go a minute without distractions, mindlessly scrolling through their feeds, engaging in shallow conversations, or chasing transient social connections, the Sigma male embraces solitude. To him, being alone isn't a curse, it's a powerful opportunity. It's in these quiet moments that he uncovers his true self, strengthens his mind, and sharpens his focus. Solitude isn't about loneliness to him. It's about evolution. In his time alone, the Sigma male doesn't wear masks or play roles for validation. He doesn't feel the need to impress anyone or chase fleeting social rewards. Instead, he's focused on personal growth, whether that means mastering a skill, deepening his knowledge, or cultivating an uncheckable sense of self-worth. Every minute of isolation is an investment in his own development, something that most people overlook. On the other hand, many others dread being alone because it forces them to confront themselves, their insecurities, their unspoken fears, their past mistakes. Most people fill the silence with distractions to avoid dealing with their inner turmoil. The Sigma male, however, faces these challenges head-on. He welcomes solitude because it offers clarity, mental peace, and the opportunity to learn from himself. While others may wish they had the discipline to face their fears or the strength to detach from toxic relationships, the Sigma male does so without hesitation. He actively chooses peace over noise, quality over quantity, and depth over the shallow pursuits of the crowd. He doesn't need anyone's approval to feel complete because he's already enough on his own. This is why most people fail to understand him. They're playing a different game, one rooted in external validation and fleeting approval. The Sigma male's game is about internal strength and purposeful solitude. Number 4. They intimidate people without trying. Intimidation is often associated with external displays of power, muscles, wealth, or dominance. Some men go to great lengths to project this image, showing off their status, flexing their physical strength, or engaging in loud, boastful behavior to establish their superiority. They believe that to be seen as powerful, they must broadcast it to the world, but this couldn't be further from the truth for the Sigma male. He doesn't need to boast, doesn't need to inflate his achievements, and certainly doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. And yet, he's the one people fear. Why? Because true intimidation is not about surface-level appearances, it's about an underlying presence that cannot be ignored. The Sigma male's power lies in his quiet confidence. It's in the way he walks into a room without making a sound but somehow commands attention. It's in the calm that radiates from him, making others feel the weight of his presence even without him saying a word. He doesn't react the way most men do. He doesn't flinch when faced with criticism, doesn't jump to defend his position in social power struggles, and doesn't engage in unnecessary ego battles. That's what confuses and unnerves people. Most individuals expect others to respond to aggression with aggression or insult with insult. They expect reactions, games, and power moves. But the Sigma male, unfazed, doesn't play by these rules. When confronted with arrogance, his calm demeanor and uncheckable resolve only amplify the discomfort of others. He simply doesn't care enough to engage, and that drives people wild. They are left in the dark, uncertain of how to approach him or even how to categorize him. This silence, this restraint, isn't a sign of weakness, it's a display of control. It's a deliberate choice to avoid petty drama and social games. The Sigma male doesn't feel the need to prove his power. He understands that true power lies not in how loudly you proclaim it, but in how effortlessly it emanates from your being. His lack of reaction is often misinterpreted as coldness or indifference, but it's far deeper than that. It's a reminder to others that true power doesn't demand attention, it simply is. And this unsettles people, especially those who are used to playing the social power games. The Sigma male's ability to stand firm without showing any signs of needing to dominate the room make noise, or seek approval is what makes him so intimidating to those around him. Number 5. They live by their own rules, not society's expectations. While the world is constantly trying to dictate how people should live, think, or behave, the Sigma male refuses to be confined by these norms. He operates outside the lines of societal expectations, choosing his own path without seeking permission or approval. The average person might follow the well-trodden path, attending social gatherings to fit in, or molding their identity to match what's considered acceptable or desirable, but not the Sigma male. He doesn't follow trends just because they're popular, nor does he bow to peer pressure or societal demands. His life is guided by his own principles and values, not by what others think is right or wrong. This often makes him seem like an outsider, someone who doesn't conform, and that's exactly how he prefers it. He's not looking to fit in, he's looking to live authentically. The Sigma male doesn't need external validation to determine his worth or to guide his decisions. He's focused on fulfilling his own vision, whether it means stepping away from the herd or making choices that others might consider unconventional. This independent mindset is a major reason why others struggle to understand him. They can't grasp why he doesn't follow the usual scripts for success, friendship, or relationships, but in his eyes, the standard way of living is an illusion, and he's much more comfortable carving out his own path. Number 6. They understand that relationships are built on mutual respect, not dependency. While many people rush into relationships driven by a desire for validation, support, or to avoid being alone, the Sigma male takes a very different approach. He views relationships, whether friendships, romantic connections, or professional partnerships, not as a means to fulfill his emotional needs, but as mutual connections built on respect, understanding, and shared values. The Sigma male doesn't cling to anyone for validation or approval. He isn't the type to seek constant affirmation from others or expect people to complete him. He understands that healthy, meaningful relationships are founded on equality, where both parties respect each other's individuality and support one another's growth. For the Sigma male, relationships are not about dependency or finding someone to fix him. He's already self-sufficient and whole on his own. Instead, he seeks relationships where both people can grow together, exchange value, and maintain their sense of independence while still being connected. This mindset often confuses others because society tends to glorify codependency or romanticize the idea of needing someone else to make you whole. But the Sigma male knows that true strength comes from mutual respect and understanding, not from attachment or reliance. As a result, he's not afraid to walk away from relationships that don't meet these standards, and he's selective about who he lets into his inner circle. People often misunderstand his emotional independence as coldness, but it's really just his way of fostering more meaningful and balanced connections. Number 7. They value knowledge over entertainment. In a world obsessed with instant gratification and constant entertainment, the Sigma male stands out for his pursuit of knowledge and personal development. While others binge-watch TV shows, scroll mindlessly through social media, or indulge in fleeting distractions, the Sigma male seeks deeper, more meaningful experiences. His time is spent reading, learning, or exploring new ideas that help him grow intellectually and personally. To him, entertainment is secondary, something to be enjoyed in moderation, but never at the cost of his growth. The Sigma male values experiences that challenge him, expand his perspective, and help him refine his understanding of the world. Whether it's learning a new skill, diving into a book, or engaging in thoughtful conversation, he's always looking for ways to enhance his mind and enrich his life. This commitment to knowledge often sets him apart from the crowd, who are more concerned with staying entertained and distracted. Where most people seek quick fixes for their boredom, the Sigma male prefers to engage in activities that are intellectually stimulating and personally fulfilling. This makes him seem like a rare breed in a society that often favors convenience and shallow pleasures. But for the Sigma male, knowledge is power, and it's what he constantly strives to acquire, rather than the empty satisfaction of temporary distractions. Number 8. They don't need social validation, they need purpose. The Sigma male understands that real fulfillment doesn't come from the approval or admiration of others, it comes from having a clear purpose and the courage to pursue it, regardless of what anyone else thinks. While many are preoccupied with seeking praise or fitting into social circles, The Sigma male remains focused on his mission, whether that's building a career, working on a personal project, or striving for self-improvement. He doesn't care if people notice his efforts or applaud his accomplishments. His sense of worth isn't tied to others' opinions. It's rooted in his internal drive and the satisfaction he feels when he's aligned with his true purpose. This independence from social validation is what makes the Sigma male appear so indifferent to the judgments of others. He's not motivated by fame or recognition. He's motivated by the desire to live authentically and fulfill his potential. This mindset is foreign to many, who derive their value from being liked or recognized. The Sigma male, however, finds joy in the journey itself, not in the applause that follows. His sense of fulfillment comes from the work he does and the integrity with which he approaches his life, not from external praise. For the Sigma male, purpose is everything because it's the only thing that truly matters in the end. Number 9. They are masters of self-discipline, not self-indulgence. While many people give in to instant gratification and allow their emotions to dictate their actions, the Sigma male is a master of self-discipline. He understands that success and personal growth are the results of long-term commitment, hard work, and sacrifice. This is why he has the ability to resist temptations that others fall victim to, whether it's binge eating junk food, wasting time on trivial activities, or indulging in distractions that lead nowhere. Self-discipline is not about restriction for the Sigma male, it's about freedom. He knows that by mastering his impulses and focusing on what truly matters, he gains the power to shape his own life. Whether it's sticking to a strict workout routine, managing his finances meticulously, or dedicating hours to honing his craft, the Sigma male chooses purpose over pleasure and delayed gratification over immediate satisfaction. Others may look at his commitment and think he's denying himself enjoyment, but what they fail to see is that he is investing in a future where his success, peace, and freedom are the ultimate rewards. He understands that real fulfillment comes from doing what's necessary, not what's easy. The Sigma male's capacity for self-discipline means he can create his own reality, free from the chaos and self-sabotage that most people fall into. While the world indulges in short-term highs, he's busy building a life that brings long-term satisfaction, and that is what sets him apart from others who lack the same level of focus. Number 10. They are detached from the need for external approval. One of the defining characteristics of the Sigma male is his total detachment from the need for external approval. While most people measure their worth based on how others perceive them, whether it's through likes on social media, compliments from friends, or recognition in their career, the Sigma male doesn't need any of that. From an early age, the Sigma male learns that true self-worth comes from within. His sense of identity isn't tied to societal expectations, labels, or the judgments of others. He doesn't need to be constantly reassured that he's on the right path or that his decisions are acceptable to the crowd. Instead, he trusts his own judgment and values, knowing that his worth is inherent and independent of anyone else's opinions. This detachment from the approval of others often makes the Sigma male seem aloof or indifferent, but in reality, he's simply liberated from the social games that most people play. He doesn't need to conform to what's trending or follow popular opinions just to fit in. Whether in a social setting, a professional environment, or in his personal life, the Sigma male remains grounded in his own sense of self, refusing to bend to the will of others for the sake of validation. This independence can make others uncomfortable because they often seek external validation to feel secure in their choices and decisions. The Sigma male, however, operates on a different wavelength. His confidence and self-assuredness come from a deep understanding of who he is and what he stands for. This makes him unpredictable to those who are used to seeing people seek approval from the crowd. The Sigma male's indifference to outside judgment is both freeing and intimidating because it's a reminder that true power comes from being fully in tune with yourself and having the strength to live according to your own standards. If you found this video insightful or relatable, why not join our growing community? Subscribe to the channel for more content exploring the mindsets, traits, and behaviors of Sigma males. Your engagement helps us dive deeper into these unique perspectives. Be sure to like this video if it resonated with you, share it with someone who might appreciate it, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Remember, as a Sigma male or someone inspired by their path, Staying true to yourself is the ultimate strength. Keep evolving, stay strong, and we'll see you in the next video.